That's right. We're with Krista Van Wagner of Curly's. Everyone knows Curly's. They've been around for 75 years?
75 years.
And you've been running the show there for 21 with your husband, right?
21.
All right. We've got a great recipe. This is a real traditional Italian recipe. My dad brought this one over from Italy with him, actually. Chicken saltimbocca, right?
Chicken saltimbocca, and saltimbocca means to jump in your mouth, and that, I promise you, this dish does.
It already is. We have a few things just simmering right now, and the smells are great. We've got the ingredients up on the screen for everyone. Tell us what we're cooking with today, Krista.
Well, the veal saltimbocca, of course, would be just great, but who can afford it?
Sure. So chicken's a great alternative.
We're going to use the chicken. This prosciutto, that is cured in our restaurant.
And that's basically like Italian ham?
Yep. It's farm raised from Tea Meadow Farms, local.
Great.
And Kirk did an awesome job. Whoever think we can make our own prosciutto?
That's pretty impressive, for
Thank
sure.
you.
Now, what else are we working with here today?
Well, the key ingredient would be sage, and that's fresh sage.
Okay.
And then what I do, which isn't classical, is I stick a little creamy Asiago in between the prosciutto and the sage, and then just dredge in flour, pan sear. It's a quick dish.
Quick dish.
And that's what I wanted to tell you. We can do this quickly.
That's good, and that's good for people at home that have a lot going on.
Yeah, you know how it is.
Yeah, absolutely. You know how it is. Speaking of creamy, you mentioned before, we're making a very creamy risotto also. That's Italian rice, just a creamier arborio rice or something like that?
Yeah, exactly, the arborio rice, and I'm doing it with mushrooms, asparagus, and we're going to use that as our leftover.
Okay.
Okay, the risotto, we're going to finish off with our leftover julienne of saltimbocca chicken.
That's going to be exciting. We have a few more minutes. Everyone knows the Taste of Buffalo. Well, Krista, you're no stranger to that.
No, Taste of Buffalo made Curly's.
That's right. Tell us about that. You guys have won a couple of years there.
21 years ago, we came back from, lived in Grand Cayman. I lived in the islands, Jamaica and Grand Cayman, for 2.5 years. So I brought back with me the jerk chicken and the Taste of Buffalo. I think the third year we sold 2 tons of chicken.
Wow.
Yeah, it was just it made our restaurant, though. It took that little gin mill and introduced it to the whole area.
Yeah, everybody knows about it now. Maybe, well, so you worked in the Grand Cayman. Maybe you can teach us how to make conch one day or something.
Oh, I love conch. We have conch fritters on our recipe at the restaurant.
Beautiful.
Yeah, one of our specialties.
That'll be next time. Coming up when we come back, I'm going to be actually getting my hands involved in this recipe, right?
I need your help.
All right. Well, that's what I'm here for. Back to you, Allie.
That's true, and I remember the table you sat at and everything. Amazing.
All right, well, today we're making chicken saltimbocca, which is a very traditional Italian meal.
Classic, and I'm glad I'm doing it here for you today.
That's right. Okay, we've got our chicken breast laid out. We're going to start getting involved.
Why don't we start doing some prep?
That sounds good.
I'm going to let you jump right in.
I feel like Thor with this thing in my hand. All right.
I was going to bring a smaller one.
No, this is good.
Power scares me, giving it to you. But go ahead. What we want to do, to help this cook so quick, I want you to lightly pound.
Okay, and with the ridges?
Oh, use the finer one?
This
that one right
the
there.
Smaller one. Okay.
It'll break down the sinews.
So I'm just
And when you're pounding, go to the right, go to the left, and there you go.
Oh, kind of side to side.
Yeah, very, very good. And what I've done is I put it in saran wrap, so you can keep it in a little harder. There you go. See that? And the one thing I want to tell you is...
Actually, the chicken gets bigger, so you got more chicken.
Yeah.
That didn't make any sense, but you know what I'm talking about. All right.
That's good. And the reason, that's perfect.
Okay.
And the one thing I do want to ask you is to be careful not to put holes in it.
Oh, in the plastic? Or in the chicken?
In the chicken. If you beat it too hard, it's not at the right angle.
It won't cook well.
Then what will happen? All your cheese will ooze out. We want to keep that little cheese secret.
Oh, absolutely.
Until you cut into it.
Savory. Now, you said this is a pretty quick meal to cook, too. If you're in a rush, you want to slap something together pretty quick for the family, right?
You can absolutely just run to the store on your way home from work, pick up some chicken breasts, the Asiago cheese. Fresh sage is always available in the grocery.
And that gives it the creamy the cheese, right? That definitely
helps.
helps.
And the prosciutto, I know Kirk makes his own prosciutto at the restaurant, but you don't have to go
Nothing better than that.
I know, you can't beat that. But at the store, get it already thinly sliced.
And then you're ready to go.
And you're golden. That's it. Lemon, and in the pan, a little olive oil and butter, and you can make this up in 5 minutes, which you'll see when we put it together.
That's what we're about to do.
Segment, that's my goal. And what I'll start doing now is, thank you very much.
Yeah, once you're done, I hope I did a good job.
You really did a beautiful job.
All right.
I want you to put the skin side, no skin side, but because it'll kind of curl up on you. And I want to tell you a little about seasoning.
Yeah,
it's really the most important thing.
Absolutely.
If you're watching your sodium, use lemon.
Okay.
This is natural. You can use it on beef.
So instead of salt, you can just throw a little lemon on it. Okay.
Yeah, but my blood pressure's fine. How's yours?
I don't know.
Okay.
I get a little excited when I'm on winging it. So right now, I'd probably be using the lemon. And then put a little sea salt and some pepper on there.
Yeah, there you go. How's that? Is that okay?
All right. Well, Krista is seasoning our chicken. We're going to actually be cooking it up in this pan coming up after the break. And already things are smelling great here in the Winging It kitchen. It's only going to get better. Stay with us. prosciutto, and there's a lot of salt in that. So anyway, we are cooking a chicken saltimbocca today.
Absolutely.
Okay, now we pounded out our chicken, and what is that herb again we just put
that's
on
fresh sage.
Sage, okay, that's key for a lot of flavor, right?
Most certainly. It's different.
Okay.
Not something we use every day like basil or oregano.
But you can get it at any supermarket, so
absolutely.
Like all of these ingredients you can get at mostly any supermarket.
The world's changed.
That's right.
You know, the world has changed.
Right, there's access.
You know, to right at our doorstep. So what I do is I just pound it in that sage.
Yep, looking good.
And that was after we seasoned it. You did a great job pounding that out, by the way.
I did.
Keep that mallet over there.
Yeah,
We're done.
I love that mallet.
Okay, we're done though. Okay, men love power. Now, this is my little secret. This is not classical, but I just love this. See the creaminess of that Asiago?
Very soft,
Taste it, yeah. And it just kind of pops in jumps in your mouth, you know?
It's subtle too. It's nothing, not too sharp.
And that's not classical. That's Krista's little secret, okay?
Well, that's probably what's kept you guys in business for over 75 years.
And just lay that prosciutto there and press that on.
So the sage, the Asiago, and then the prosciutto right on top of the chicken.
Yep, and then we'll just lightly dredge that in flour. Could you turn my pan on high?
Absolutely.
Because I like cooking on high.
High. We're going way up. Do we
it's nice.
need a little oil in the pan? Or
well, you know what? I'd love a little olive oil if you don't mind. I got that laying over there.
Just a little EVOO, right?
Yeah, and you know what else I cook with? Don't be mad at me.
No.
Okay.
Butter.
How'd you
butter.
know?
Everybody loves butter. You can put butter on anything that tastes good. I'm okay with it.
I swear to you, I do a little butter and just a little bit of olive oil, okay?
Okay. So both together?
Yeah, just a little bit. Okay. But don't tell everyone that.
No, that's okay.
All right. Now let's lightly dredge this in flour.
Okay. Just all-purpose flour.
If you have celiac disease, you don't have to do this at all.
Okay.
You can do it without it.
Now, what does the flour actually do? Is it just
helps hold it together?
Everything together,
gives it crispiness, and it also, hey, swirl that pan around for me. Okay, yeah, nice brown butter. Prosciutto side down.
Okay.
Okay,
so
I want to brown that up. Yeah, prosciutto side down. I know I'm making a mess here, Joe.
That's fine. We like a mess. That means something good is being cooked.
The one thing I want to tell you is we are not making fried chicken. So that lightly dredge. Get that
you don't need to cover everything with flour.
Yes, and get rid of the excess.
Okay. Now once we're in the pan here, we just leave it alone.
A little bit. Yeah, you're hot. You're on fire there. Whoa, good. We're cooking with gas. You got that about medium?
Is this a popular dish in the at the restaurant at Curly?
You know, I do it as specials every once in a while, but
okay.
I'd probably do it with veal.
Okay.
You know, sometimes.
Now this Sunday, Mother's Day, it's the biggest day of the year for you guys.
It most certainly is. Our Sunday brunch in our new banquet center is beautiful. All fresh ingredients. A little bit different than some that you'd see.
Yeah.
And my whole family's there. My son's carving, and my husband's doing the omelets, and it's going to be so much fun.
Everyone's working hard.
Yeah. Yeah, I do let my mother and dad sit down later, you know. Let me put this
after
behind
everyone's
me.
served. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, after.
Okay, so what do you think? 3 or 4 minutes on each side? Because the chicken's very thin.
You did a good job pounding.
Yeah, I tried.
Okay, I'm going to just check and see how that prosciutto is. Remember, I want it nice and browned and crispy. Oh, it's perfect. Absolutely. Look at that.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Amazing.
And we're almost done.
And it smells great, by the way. I wish it just smells great. And then you can see how the cheese just melts right underneath that. It all stays intact.
Yeah, pretty good. It's so simple. And right now, we're just about done for our sauce. I've got some shallots. Not necessary, though.
Okay.
Shallots are a cross between onion and garlic.
Right. Great flavor.
They just do it. They just do it right. So I like to add that in. And I've got a little white wine. And my advice to you as far as white wine, if you wouldn't drink it, I wouldn't cook with it.
Okay. Good point. That's a good point. Okay.
There you go. And when you're cooking, you should always have a little.
Why not?
Well, you know, after work.
That's how my mom did it. There was always a pot of sauce and a glass of red wine at the same time.
She's really good at that. For cooking.
Absolutely. A little here, a little over the shoulder, you know, pour a little on yourself while you're cooking.
You know, this is done.
Yeah. Okay,
I told you it was quick.
And you know what's funny? We have one already made, but we didn't even need to pull that out of the oven. This is as fresh as it gets here on Winging It.
I want you to be able to go home. You know what I mean? And do this quickly for your family. I'm going to get rid of the excess grease.
Yeah, that's another thing. This is a really quick recipe to make if you're in a hurry. You have a few things in the kitchen, and it looks like you spent all day making them, which is the cool part.
Absolutely not.
More butter and shallots. Want to put some wine in there? Let's
deglaze it after we. Let's saute our shallots till fragrant.
Okay.
Okay, there we go.
Beautiful.
Now deglaze, but remember, you go ahead.
Okay, we're going to deglaze.
Deglaze with white wine.
And when we come back. Krista's going to make a totally new dish out of the leftovers from our chicken saltimbocca. It smells great, guys. There might not be any left when you get here at the end of the show. I'm just throwing that out there. All right, it's time for our second helpings, but really quick, we made a butter wine and shallot little sauce that we didn't get a chance to put on the chicken saltimbukka, so we're going to do that right now.
Some fresh chives.
Put some
just
fresh
to finish
chives
it
in there,
right at the very end.
And then I'll
tell you what, we'll just put that right
pour
over
it right
there.
over. There we go. Look
that look good?
That looks beautiful. Now, once we're done with that, we're going to have some leftovers. Well, at least not in my house, but in most households, you'll have leftovers.
Yes.
What are we making?
What I wanted to do was do a risotto.
Okay.
And the risotto is quite quick. I'm just going to grab a little bit of olive oil.
It's like an Italian rice for people that never heard of risotto.
Arborio
Rice, right. It's a little thicker, it's a little creamier, takes a little longer to make, but it's great.
It does, and it actually takes a lot of time.
Okay, so we got some oil in the pot and some garlic, I believe.
Oil.
More shallots.
Garlic. I put some shallots in there just because I had them. Absolutely not necessary.
Right.
Now what I want you to do is grab me that rice. And just dump that in there.
This is the rice?
Yeah, right in there.
We're right in there.
Okay, and we're just going to stir. Can I have a little more olive oil?
Absolutely.
Sous chef?
That's what I'm here for.
You're doing really well here.
I'm trying.
Yes.
Doing really well not eating anything yet. Usually I'd eat half the ingredients before it's even on the table.
What I want you to do is to saute this until you can see it getting a little
brown, right?
Yes, a little brown, a little translucent.
That's the trick to arborio rice before you add any chicken stock to it, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
And have all your work done sitting around you.
That's right.
As you can see, I have all my mushrooms all set and done. 3
different kinds there. What do we got?
Yeah, shiitake. I picked up some oyster mushrooms and then just regular.
Okay.
But you know what? It's all cooking is here.
Absolutely.
Okay, so whatever you got.
And you can tell you've been doing it. Well, the restaurant's been open for 75 years. You've been running it for 21. We're getting calls. Tell us where the restaurant is exactly located, because Sunday brunch is going to be a big deal.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah. We're right by the OLV Basilica.
Okay.
What a perfect spot. And the Botanical Gardens, 647 Ridge Road. And that's in Lackawanna.
All right. Now, we're going to skip ahead really quick to the finished product. Let's show everybody what this...
what we got to do now, we've got it at a boil.
Okay.
I've been cooking this since I got here.
Okay.
But you know, can you do me a big favor? Can you hand me a ladle?
Yes.
Fill it all the way up.
Do that.
And let's show them how we do this, okay?
Okay.
Finish that up. Okay, now, give me one more. I just want you to barely cover that.
You know what, though? We are running out of time, but we are covering this up, making this happen over here in the kitchen. You can check out this recipe online. Lots of different stuff going into this pot. Great day. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, thank you so much. It was wonderful.
And
come dine with me.
I will.
Sunday nights.
Sunday nights.
Thank you very much. CW23.
Back to you guys.